Greg. Mike. Two bandits. Watching Bluey.
This episode is called Two Bandits, Bluey, Bracket. Grand finale!
My pony on it.
What up, party people, and welcome
Cannot with this man.
to the Two Bandits Watching Bluey bracket finale.
Season 1. Oh, gosh. Oh, golly. By gosh.
I'm your good pal, Greg Painter, and with
see right
me, the
Yes.
man of 1,000 charts. His name is...
I am Mike Martin. Bam! One take.
It has been a year in the making, but today we finally crown
I'm exhausted. I'm bushed. I need a bush wee. But we're going to do this. We're going to crown one.
best
Yes.
episode of Bluey Season 1.
Because the brackets that we put on Twitter meant nothing, apparently.
That was
No,
the fit.
it didn't.
Whoa.
I disagree.
Young fella.
Just getting people. I want people driving in the car being like, what? Like, I'm looking to get
Thank
riled
you.
up.
Thank you.
1,000%
Speaking of that,
kudos.
thank you. Just 5 minutes ago, polls closed for
wow.
the fan vote. And after 1,787 votes counted,
And you did all that yourself?
camping is the #1 episode as voted by the fans.
Hello,
so
Bluey.
thank you, fans. Thank you for that. Something cool we're going to do with Season 2 bracket, but we'll talk about that at the end of this episode.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Heyo.
But thank you to all the fans there. So what we're going to do now...
I think people would have rioted in the streets if camping didn't win
That
the
was-
majority vote.
That was a pretty stinking big majority. But what we're going to do is
Yes.
we're going to take the fan results.
Okay.
We're going to take, much like we've done on part 1 through 4, Mike's opinions, my opinions.
This is where I
it'll
put-
just be kind of a third. So the fan goes the third of the ranking. Michael gets
Yes.
another third. And I
Yes.
get that last third.
This is where I put a lot of trust and faith into Greg because I sit here with my scribbled sheet of paper with all my rankings, and then Greg puts them into a really cool looking computer Excel spreadsheet. It plays really cool music. I usually edit that out, but it's pretty intense, and that way we will have a universe because apparently we equate 2/3 of the votes. But it's two of us, two bandits, 2/3. The math checks.
Exactly. The math seems sound to me. So let's get into it. This is going to be crazy. This is going to be intense. It's going to be fun.
Are we going to base this just right off of our brackets then? This is how it works from all the votes that have happened over the past, correct?
Exactly. So you're going to say a word. I'm going to say we're going to talk about the episodes because not
Pineapple.
just it's.
No, that wasn't a word. Oh, well, I mean, it is a word, but...
And then we'll see what the fans. Well, actually, we'll kick off with the fans. Each one of these, just see where they're falling.
Oh, that
Fans
way we
get to go
feel
first.
jilted.
And we're going to start off with.
Oh, as it sits on the TV because I did a last day rewatch of certain episodes. Be like, oh, does that compete? And then I watch the episode. I'm like, oh, that episode bumps.
We got barbecue.
No pun intended.
We got barbecue versus Keepy Uppy in the first one, and this one surprised me actually in the fan vote, and it was close.
Okay.
In the fan vote, Keepy Uppy won by 52%, 48.
Close. Oh,
So right there, matter of a couple votes. So pretty close. I mean, and I'll let you kick it off because I know exactly where your vote's going, and I'll let you talk.
Yeah, we
talk
just-
about one of your favorite episodes.
we just did the rewatch of Keepy Uppy, so I've got that one fresh in my mind, and then I rewatched Barbecue again. I went fresh again with my rankings all over again today with a bracket. Barbecue has the mimicking of Bandit and Bluey in the beginning. It's got that party vibe of it's the first time you see the healers having friends over, family over. You got Stripe and I think it's the first time you get the whole socks and muffin vibe kicking in there. The amount of effort that Bingo puts into it, and then having Bandit come up.
Mention the salads.
Out of the way sausage. I say that phrase.
Out of the way salad.
Out of the way salad. Excuse me. Yes. Who's ready for sausages? Out of the way salads. I say that phrase probably once a week.
You don't want friends with salad.
No one friends with salad. No.
I say that phrase probably once a week, but that's for a different podcast.
And it's the end, and I think it's just I relate to it because Carrie is my bingo in this when she hosts our friends Thanksgiving, and Chili walks up to her and just says, "Now relax," and it's just like. It just I feel the feel. So I did say barbecue. That
You did
I
say
did.
barbecue?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Put the dagger in me, man.
Keepy Uppy is an adorable little episode. Keepy Uppy is so much fun. We've got a lot of games out of Keepy Uppy in the Painter household. We'll talk about it in detail next week on our watch along because we just recently watched that as well.
Yes.
But I gotta go with you on this one, Mike. Not to crush the fan vote off the jump.
It was 51-49.
It was pretty 52-48, so it was right on the edge there. But Barbecue's just great. It's just great. It's one of those early episodes of the season. Like you said, it expands the Blueyverse a little bit.
Yes.
We get the fun with bingo. I'm a sucker for a heavy bingo episode.
It's tickling my bum.
And this one's just great. It's just great. So, Keepy Uppy, amazing episode, a fun time.
Uncle Stripe laughing at the entire episode 3 or 4 times, and it's different every time.
But it's got to be Barbecue. For me, it's got to be. Sorry, fans.
Whew. Are we, though?
Man, a little bit.
2 bandits with sympathy.
A little bit. Another one. Next one on here. Bike versus Shadowlands next. Another one that was surprisingly close to the count. Bike 52%, taking out Shadowlands. I was very surprised it was that close. Shadowlands is a super fun episode. Okay. It's I think it's the first episode where we see the kids outside of the house with other kid friends. Coco's first episode.
And
Snickers' first episode. It's just the imaginative play of the kids. But then there's Bike. And Bike's just epic.
Oh, if you're going side-by-side battle here,
Bike's just epic. Bike is
It's Mike Tyson versus it's playing the first round of Punch-Out, but your first battle is against Mike Tyson. Sorry.
I do not get that analogy. But
really? Punch-Out?
I know.
Mike Tyson's the final boss.
Yes, I am aware of that part. I was
You got sorry Shadowlands, but you got little to. I mean, because Bike does offer seeing friends that you do get in throughout the actual show, and you get Muffin, and you also get Bingo trying, and Mackenzie.
This is unacceptable.
No, not Mackenzie. Mackenzie's not the one that's.
Bentley.
Mackenzie's the one that skips by. It's Bentley,
who doesn't really get much play after this episode. Bentley has her one shining moment, and then Dunzo.
Right.
I like to get down now.
Which also a Simpsons reference, I think.
Left and right, my
Hanging
friend.
on the rings.
Yeah. Left and
I like
right.
to get down, but it's just that entire episode. Bike is just, it's motivating. It's ode to joy. It's the end. All the kids find their way. You get the Muffin. This is unacceptable.
Bandit doesn't even have to move off the bench to parent the heck out of 8 different kids.
When everybody, if this is the first episode that somebody says to watch of Bluey, we're watch this show. The dad is the best dad you'll ever try to be. And you're like, watch Bike. And he just sits back. He's like, yeah, get it, kids. And still,
but it works. It's just the best. And all the kids making it happen, inspiring Bluey. Definitely Bike.
Bike has moved on.
Bike, it's official. That's a 3-0 flawless victory for Bike.
Whew.
Now stuff gets a little more difficult here in a couple minutes, I think.
You're feeling a little iffy. Uh-oh, buds.
Takeaway versus the Claw.
Yes.
Now, our lovely fans did not have any trouble with this one. Takeaway winning with 69% of the vote.
It was a runaway. Nice.
It was a complete destruction.
Oh.
I love the Claw though.
Claw's
so
so
give me a few
good.
minutes to talk about the Claw before you say takeaway.
No,
and take away the Claw's chances here, but
sure.
Just Magic Claw, just the imaginative fun of the kids and Bandit playing the game, kind of kicking out Chili, making it too easy, kind of in the same way with Keepy Uppy. Keepy Uppy, Chili was making it a little too easy. It wasn't as fun until Bandit showed up and took things to another level. Some of the best one-liners. Magic Claw has no children. His days are free and easy.
In one breath, folks.
Just the sounds of the claw machine at the start of the episode was like the
lengthy arm coming down.
You're just trying to get me not to like it by talking about the lengthy arm.
I will not Blue Mountain you. Do not worry. You do that to yourself.
But I
love the Claw.
I love me some Claw. Now you talk about takeaway for a little.
Well, no, takeaway. It was interesting.
No, we gotta talk about both of them. You gotta talk about.
Of course, yeah.
I haven't voted yet.
It's fun and interesting because it's a dad trying to recapture his child. I don't want to say immature, but he's trying too hard to be mature, trying to be a dad and have simple things get to him, and even to the point where he says, I think it was the moment that Bingo says, "Where was the first baby? Where did that come from?" And he's like, "All right, that's cool. I'm out." And he's tapping out, and it again is similar to Bike, that it's Bandit that a lot of parents can relate to it, but this is an exhausted dad episode. it's not a full healer happy situation. It
Waiting
takes
is
6
hard
minutes.
with 2 little kids.
Yeah, I know.
Who
I relate.
don't-
I've got Thin Man and I've got Max. I've got a dog, 14-year-old hot dog, and it's just my little Snickers here. It makes it a little iffy when we're traveling. That he's always looking out the window like, I think I can go to the bathroom there. I'm like, I know, dude. It's okay. But I think takeaway is tricky because Bandit, there's a breaking point, and then he has to come back. And you see a lot of just like the lazy, the tired eyes, and just the exhausted dad. Right,
It's been a long day.
So it is a very parental episode. Like, I relate to that, but sometimes the fun episodes and the Magic Claws, seeing them being cheeky and fun, I'm sitting here looking at it, considering having it persuade my vote, but I know it won't matter in the long run anyway.
Yeah, I'm
so.
definitely taking takeaway.
Are you?
I was building it up like I was actually going to say Claw. I'm 100% taking takeaway. Takeaway is a quintessential, almost perfect episode of Bluey in so many ways.
It is. I know, and I'm not trying to find knocks.
Oh, look at me. I'm getting into your head already.
Oh gosh, we're doomed. Doomed.
You 100% had takeaway written down on your board, didn't you?
I do have takeaway.
Had it got in your head. See? Oh,
Now let's go to
I'm
the
gonna
epic
break
battle.
You. I'm going to
of
break you whenever I want to break you. Done.
Meg Washington versus Joff Bush. Let's go.
Oh, no, not already. I don't want to do this one. Can we skip this one?
No, we can't.
Oh.
This is like Jets and Sharks right now. This is
Calypso versus Markets.
Oh,
Fan vote. 59% went Calypso.
wow.
Yeah.
Dig it.
Jordan J. Scafone's favorite episode, or at least of the ones in the 16 here. Man, both these episodes are so good.
I know.
I just love them both in so many different ways. I'll start with Calypso.
Okay.
You get the school, you get all the kids. Just, again, kind of very similar to Bike again. We keep comparing everything to Bike. Calypso's not getting involved. She's just making a lap, giving like a little one-liner. Oh, maybe we need a more tree here. Maybe we should be defenders. Maybe we should do this. Just kind of nudging in the right direction to not only get them to have constructive play, but eventually all intertwine with each other. Your boy Pretzel having his big moment in the sun.
And she just lets him be. She's like, all right, let me know.
When you're ready, you'll be ready.
I didn't preface before we got into the brackets, and I needed to do so halfway through almost the brackets, so I apologize.
Oh, we're nowhere near halfway,
okay,
young man.
good, because I did have prerequisites for my rankings when it came to what was on the board here.
Oh, boy.
So this was after we've done all the votes and have everything lined up. And my prerequisites of if I was going to vote for that episode was, did it have the Terriers in it?
Oh.
Prerequisite number 2 is Buddy in the episode. And 3 was the music slap. Does that music pop for that episode? If one of those 3 hit, it's about to get interesting. And again, I've got Terriers in this one.
You got your boy Buddy.
Thanks, Buddy. Coming up markets. Oh, no.
Oh, that's right. You got the...
I've got... They're jousting of Bluey episodes.
And both great music. A lot of words just said about Calypso by me. Say some words about Marcus.
Well, Markets, it was... I watched both episodes twice today, and I like the...
Watched both of them twice today?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dang,
I this was the hardest one. I completed my entire bracket outside of these 2 episodes. It's just they're both so good in their own respect, and there's no Bandit nor Chili in Calypso. It's literally Bluey with her entire squad of what she has in school, and that just through angel of Calypso just existing and just ensuring every child is exhibiting and experiencing the greatest things going on, and you get to meet all of Bluey's classmates. Even Pretzel, who's like even more of a lower tier. I don't want to say lower tier, but just you don't see him as often.
Much, yeah.
And I think this is the first time you see my boy Rusty popping in because
I think that's true.
What's that?
I think that's true, yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least in our rankings here. And he's building a house for Indy, which is the forever spoken, John Luke and Bluey end up together. Yeah, okay. Indy and Rusty end up together forever. So whatever.
But Markets.
Markets, yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll go back to that one. Well, there's no Rusty at the Markets either. A little weird. But Markets is more... It's kids experiencing a carnival fair experience, bouncing around, and Bandit's there, but you see Bluey wanting to... She's got $5. $5 is $1 million to a kid. So
and learning the value of money. We for Emily's birthday, we gave her money for her birthday because that's what she wanted. She wanted to pick her own gift. So then we got to take her to the mall and have her decide what she's gonna get.
There you go.
And she saw like this huge Lego set that was like $100, and she's like, "Ooh, I want that." And it's like,
$100.
"Well, honey, if you get that, there's not much else that's gonna be happening today." It's like, "Oh, well, what about that? What if I get that, I can get that too? How much does this cost? Okay, what about this?" So teaching kids about money, kids spending
math.
their money, it's cool.
Maths and the balance, and there's poffages at the markets too. But you also get Busker, you got Joff Bush, and
I'm
there's
pretty sure Beth Painter's favorite episode of
I
season
think you
1.
did
if I
say
recall.
that. Yes. So it's I mean, it changes though. That's the thing, is it's very fluid. Favorite episodes do change, and I personally, well, where do the fans?
The
Yes.
fans gave it to Calypso. Where does Mike put it?
I also gave it to Calypso.
You also gave it to Calypso.
I
Then this
did.
is going to be a 3-0.
Yes.
Because I love both of these. Want to know my tiebreaker?
Buddy.
No.
Okay,
One of
good.
them is edited in America for one of the funniest scenes out of it.
Ow!
The other one is not. Hashtag release the poop cup.
The freaking poop cut with the pony.
So Calypso is on.
Look out. It's out there.
It's out there. And then we move across the bracket.
Okay, so we are jumping. Okay,
We
good.
are no, we're not going to
Good.
go. Yeah. We're moving over to Bumpy
no.
versus Grannies.
Okay.
Fan vote. Grannies took this 65% in the fan vote.
Folks,
Mike,
rewatch the episodes, please. Please. I refused to
Say-
rewatch the episodes today.
say nice things about Bumpy.
I will say all the nice things about
Say
Bumpy.
all the nice things about Bumpy.
It
Here's your
is-
minute.
Cool. And I'll start the timer and give it a 15-second handicap and give myself 45 seconds. It's a fantastic episode that showcases not only the healer as a 4-clan, but also their entire squad. It showcases the love that exists outside of the household, but whatever's going on in Bingo's life. And not only that, but the whole family feels the loss of Bingo not being just around for a couple days. And they know what's going on. We don't know what's going on, but it showcases what they're willing to do just to make her feel comfortable saying, "Hey, we miss you." And it's going to be this goofy, whimsical story. And Muffin is the best character ever in the Wabies. And it's just, there's so much happening. And they use Chili's robe in the Wise Old Wolfhound. And there's so much happening that I can edit it out. It is... I was super sad. That's okay. I get it. Grannies is cheeky. It's goofy. And in the same regard that Takeaway is that whole, it's an adult episode. I feel like this one was edited for adults to be like, wow, they're doing something here with this show that's more than just an episode of Greg. The name we shall not say.
Bumpy is an adorable episode.
Sure.
It's very fun. It's very creatively done. Grannies is just iconic.
I know, it's side by
Janet.
side.
I can watch it for the 100th time today and still laugh. Slipped on my beans. Nice parking spot, Rita.
I have the bumper sticker. I know.
They're
Like,
the best of characters. And Bumpy is great.
you're grannies, aren't
I'm
you?
going Grannies, my
You
dude.
are. Everyone's going grannies.
You're going Grannies too?
No. No. There goes my entire bracket. I just lost March Madness, folks.
Oh no.
It's my favorite episode, everybody. It's just...
That's why I gave you your soapbox for a few minutes, because
It's all of the
I knew what was
joy.
about to happen.
There's too much. Why is Stripe not wearing the underwear? It's okay. It's all good. That's fine. That's fine. That's what makes this all great, is everybody is given their own soapbox to stand on, because we received so many votes of people saying asparagus should be on this list.
Yeah.
You know, where's the adventure? That should be on there. Put it on the list. Why is this not on here? And it's 52 episodes that we somehow broke down a bracket down to math.
16.
16 total.
Sweet 16, baby.
And the maths are hard. I'm sorry. But it's any of these episodes we could say here. I mean, we spent at least 45 minutes of all of these episodes talking about just the nuances and what makes us laugh and gut laugh and smile and favorite things. So that's the end. So let's bring it to the hardest part of Greg Painter's day today. Can we both go to the creek and the dump in one session and just give Greg 20? I could probably just like take my dog for a walk around the block and let him just talk about these episodes.
The dump is such. First off, fan vote. The fans apparently disagree with me slightly a lot on this one. The creek got 79% of the vote.
Wow.
The second biggest blowout of round one. The dump is just so good, man. The dump feels personal to me because I've lived that day with the kid. We watched this episode and laughed and thought it was fun and interesting. And the kids were like, hey, do we have a dump near us? Can we go to the dump?
Sure.
It's like, we've got a lot of stuff to throw away, so sure. And can we do a hairy monster attack after? And I've taken the kids to Disney twice, and it was great. Dump, I still remember the day that I took the kids to the dump the first time.
I felt like I saw
it was just
your...
so... It's got a beautiful place in my heart.
I felt like I saw your heart swell about 12 times when I saw Joe Brum chatting with us about it.
Yeah.
And you both had a second where you were chatting together about the dump. And you're like, oh, man. It's okay, so there is a reason that everyone's getting this. And every episode has their own spots. It hits somebody, and this one's hitting Greg right in those feels. So how do you compete with the dump with the creek? Creek's a beautiful place.
The creek is beautiful, and the music in the creek is just so good. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful episode about Bluey being nervous and not feeling comfortable going out into the wilderness and learning and growing and being brave, and then just again another beautiful episode, and just in every way.
The apathy that exists on the playground of everybody just waiting in line when they're on the rides and the slides and everything, and it's just and I mean, sorry, but my dude Buddy was sitting on top of that slide.
So do it
in the creek. So I did choose the creek.
Did
in this situation.
Dump, miss you every day.
Oh no!
I'm glad. I definitely
we
voted.
Both had our daggers.
To be clear, I am voting for the dump.
Yep.
So
I trust.
Again, the fans brackets matter.
Bumpy. See you every day.
So that was a really happy 5 minutes of this podcast.
Oh, thanks for voting, everyone. We appreciate you a whole bunch.
Want an easier one?
Yeah, please.
Let's do camping versus teasing.
Flash Daddy put down. It was down to a vote, Nintendo.
Camping won the fan vote. The biggest blowout of round one won the fan vote. 89% said camping, and I'm just gonna jump out. Yes, camping. Yes, camping. Obviously, camping. I don't want to go too deep into camping right now.
Sure.
Because I think there's going to be more time for camping for us to discuss it here. So let's just give a nice in memoriam to teasing.
Teasing was great.
It was great. It's a shame that it can't be aired on Disney Plus. You can see it on Disney Junior.
We should have prefaced it with, "Have you watched it?" Like,
yeah.
It should have been included in some fashion because everyone's like that's your. There's no ace up your sleeve when you're like, camping,
And
we
it
know
shows how good this episode is that it made it this far, despite the fact that a lot of Bluey fans probably have never ever seen this episode.
Sure,
it's great. I hope that they revisit the idea on Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's who we take down next. I know you and friend of the podcast Ken Keenan got Fritos to bring back barbecue chips.
I know Fritos are back, baby.
I know you're working on getting the original Butterfingers formula, but we might want to turn our attention to Disney and be like, hey, let's get some teasing back up there.
You want me to go from Fritos to tackle down Disney? Well, I mean,
if you can take down Frito-Lays.
So yes, I have a couple mental. I don't want to say qualms, but there are reasons why camping doesn't for me. If
Does
that's
not?
Okay. Yes.
Are you voting for teasing this round?
No, I'm not.
Let's put a pin in that.
That's
then.
what I mean. Yes.
We'll get there.
There's something about Bluey that I love that's not there.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. All right, let's close out round one.
Okay.
With some Sean versus Early Baby in the closest by one vote.
In my head, I'm actually very concerned right now because
one vote, Sean beat Early Baby 51% to 49%. I remember looking at the time click down on the Twitter poll, and it's like, if this is a tie in the first round, I'm going to be
like
so
an
mad.
eBay auction going, we do. Do they both carry on?
It's a triple threat. Cullen Teddy Long.
That would have been great.
But these are two great episodes that couldn't be more different. We have the wild insanity of Sean, just the goofy silliness, not really a lesson to be taught, just having silly, goofy
Shouldn't
fun.
have done that, Sean.
Versus Early Baby, where it's telling a beautiful story of Indy basically play acting something that I think we've decided happened to her mother. That was probably very difficult. I've got to cry and not want to leave the hospital. You have to tell me I have to go. Mm-hmm. This is Indy's version
all of this
of Copycat. This is Indy's Copycat.
Oh, there's so many.
So this one's hard for me.
Okay, I'm gonna. Can I do it then? Because
let's hear your words.
Sean is great. I always enjoy watching Sean, but Sean doesn't hit me with a lasting feel. And it's fun though. It's cheeky, and Sean's got kids in the end, and you've got the bin chicken, and they chase him, and Cootie have jumped into it, and he does attack. Shout out to Pat, but you got a Pat moment, and I feel like there are so many side stories that exist in Bluey that are explored the perfect amount that want you to watch again with the hope that you're going to see more interactions between Rusty and Indy or this and that. It's Early Baby for me all day. I didn't like, I'll watch Sean and I'll laugh a lot, and it's the pinching Chili's butt and haha, but something about that episode and it's very serious, and then Snickers rah, and he's just he's a dragon running by, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. There's a little bit of levity, and it's back to seriousness.
See, right here, we walked into this, and I have a confession to make to you.
Oh.
You have watched multiple times. You've got brackets. You filled out your brackets twice, it sounds like.
Yes, I did.
You've done so much research for here.
We always do research, man.
We do. I kind of went into this a blank slate. I told a fib.
Okay.
I haven't filled out a bracket once for this.
You pants on fire.
I wanted to feel... And I want to share this for the podcast.
Aww.
I wanted to feel in the moment with what I'm picking here.
This is it's what's like.
And that's why right here, I'm going to say Early Baby. Because I don't think I walked in here thinking I was going to vote out Sean in the first round. In my head, Sean's going to make it through. Mm-hmm. But you made a heck of a lot of good points there. And it opens up the world of Bluey in a different way. You see things from a different point. And it's got a lot of heart. It's got so much heart.
And the king has to give up his princess. He has to give up his daughter to the dragon. It's just so many. There's so much happening in that episode.
There's so much. It's so good. I love Sean. Again, there's two times here we've gone against the fan vote in round one, and they were with the two closest votes in the bracket. So we're not that much of tyrants.
Even though our favorite episodes are knocked out already. So thanks for joining us today. It's been great. We'll see you at season 2. Bye. But no, we proceed on.
There's more, because it's the Elite 8, friend.
Oh, but now I'm not. I didn't write anything down, so now you have to tell me what's.
Well, that's why I got my handy dandy piece of paper in front of me. I can tell you that the next matchup is Barbecue versus Bike.
Wonderful.
Now, in the fan matchup, we got no winners in here because the fans picked Keepy Uppy to win this one, and we knocked their butts out in round 1.
SpaghettiOs. How does this all work?
So this works where hopefully we both say the same word. Otherwise,
Keepy Uppy carries on.
Otherwise, it'll probably end up being Bike because it's the only one that made it this round that was an option.
That's fine.
Question mark?
That's fine. So we triple threat this one quick. Maybe.
What?
Do we triple threat it a little bit and keep Keepy Uppy in it?
No.
Or are we debating on ours?
We're debating on ours, and we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see if it gets difficult at all here.
Okay, that's fine.
And it might get difficult. I'll jump out right now. I'm picking Bike. I'm picking Bike because, for the same reason that I wanted to pick Early Baby, the last one. Barbecue is nice. It's cute. It's fun.
I agree.
Just something's you do.
You're
yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
Bike has carried on.
Barbecue is an amazing episode. Mm-hmm. It's so much fun. It's so cute and silly. But I feel like when we're talking about something being the best of the season, it's got to have a little bit more than cute and silly. And the Bike's got it all. It's got so much hope. If I'm having a bad day, I can throw on Bike and it's like, yeah, I can do it too.
Yeah.
If Muffin can do it, I can do it.
I'll debate it a little bit because what I like about those group episodes where
what you like about Bike, Mike?
See everybody.
Hey, Mike, what do you like about Bike, Mike?
I'm going to say just one last bit about Barbecue is you see each character growing, not growing, but just you see each quality of each person and what they're going to become in the future. You know that Uncle Stripe's going to be that uncle. You know that Chili is a crowd pleaser, making sure that everything's good to go with the party. Bandit wants to be the guy that's like, yeah, I'm just grilling and drinking beers, but
he's not.
He's
all
not
spilled.
at all. And
enjoy your water.
It's so fun to see that. But Bike is a journey for each person, and it's one of those episodes that it cuts to each one, and it literally each one this is their level 1 battle. This is their level 2 battle, because now it's getting heavier. Now it's almost a boss battle basically, and it's very tough for all of them. And then you have Ode to Joy and everything happening, and that's where Bluey is just like, oh, I could ride this bike. Watch me. So Bike, yes.
Yeah. So there is no need to go back to any triple threat matches or anything like that. We got Bike to the first and the final 4. Now we're gonna slow things down a little bit.
He looks so
we have
mad.
Takeaway versus Calypso. Fans
Two very different episodes again.
Gave this one to Takeaway 59%
versus Calypso.
Yes.
Okay.
You start saying words first, because
sure. In rewatching it and watching all 52 episodes over the past year and all of them over and over again, it's tough because there's not a lot of Chili in this episode, and there's not a lot of Chili nor Bandit in the Calypso episode at all. So the parental side of things, Bandit's exhausted in Takeaway. It's goofy, it's fun, it's the kids. It reminded me for a moment I got the pool episode of the dad.
Yeah.
I'm freezing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm cold. I'm freezing. I'm hungry. I'm starving.
Just that tone of dad. The dad.
And I was starting to tweak a little bit watching the episode, and Calypso's got Meg just singing to you, and you're like, oh, it's all good. And you've got Pretzel that at the time I recall talking about it in our second recording, because we had to re-record that episode. So maybe that's got like a double layer of appreciation.
The mysterious lost episode.
Blah, blah, blah. But
I swear to God, if this one gets deleted and we have to do this again.
But there's you see so many characters that are going to come into play that you want to come into play, and it's got my Terriers and their prerequisite. I gave it to Calypso. Absolutely.
Wow, you're making me have to be the decider here.
Yep, I had to give it to Calypso. Tortoise formation. Come on, Painter.
they're just both so stinking good.
Mm-hmm.
Takeaway has it's just so relatable.
Yeah,
got our bushwies. We've got Chinese restaurant waiting. It's just that whole experience of waiting 5 minutes just to do the next thing.
They have fruitcake.
But man,
go to the back
Calypso.
And she holds up the completed circle of the yarn at the end, being like, "If you catch anything, let me know. I know somebody." And you go,
Calypso. I'm going for it. Sorry, fans. Jordan J. That one's for you, buddy.
Yep.
It's hard. It's
Adel Rafai's favorite episode too.
It was Adel. I'm very sorry, friend.
No, we're not though, because it's a fan base. Us 2/3, 1/3.
Yeah, but they're both so good.
Yep.
I want to give it to both of them, but that's not a thing that can be done.
We're hoping that the amount of guttural reactions that we're having right now are the same thoughts that you were having when you were voting for these polls. So this is not knocking any of the episodes that anybody voted for whatsoever. If you wanted Blue Mountains on there, write Greg a personal letter at Syracuse, New York. But
we have an email, watchingbluey@gmail.com. Just do that.
Or send it there. But it's just, that's how much we care about this and how chaotic and fun this is.
Look,
so
we voted out our 2 favorite episodes in round 1.
Oh, never mind. I'm going home.
Speaking of which,
Home already, actually.
Granny's versus the Creek.
Oh, gosh.
Fans gave this to the Creek 52%.
Okay.
I still like Granny's more, though, I think. They're both good episodes, but Granny's just scratches it. And I know I've been like, I like the serious ones and the important ones. This is such a good... It's just laugh out loud, hilariously funny episode to me.
I put in the shoes now of Granny's versus the Creek then?
You are.
Because I had Bumpy going all the way.
You.
So this is me debating on these 2 right now then.
So yeah, you made me have to decide Calypso or Takeover. So Granny's feels iconic. Granny's feels fun. I love Rita. I love Janet. Creek is still amazing. The Creek is beautiful. There's no wrong decision that you can make right now, but I'm going Granny's and making you in the hard decision, being the tiebreaker. So
did the Creek pass Granny's on the fan vote?
Yes. So now it's 1-1. At
Buddy,
52%.
Buddy's on the slide and he's falling asleep, isn't he?
in the creek. Yeah.
But I can't. I have to give it. I mean, there's a reason why I had the bumper sticker. Nice parking spot, Rita. It's Granny's. It is. It's he can't put away the laundry. And they're driving the car. No, it is Granny's. Slipped in the beans. It's just it is iconic, and that brings us to a very difficult decision in the final four. So that's completely fine because
Gonna be interesting.
yes.
Next one, I don't think is going to be as close, but we'll see.
Okay.
Camping versus early babies. The fans gave us the camping 90%.
Holy guac!
So with that,
so
I'll let you lead this one off because you said you had a couple thoughts and a couple words in regards to camping.
So something that's really well done with Bluey is they take. I mean, this is a very one-off episode, and I think that's why it does stand out so heavily. Is because a character like Jean-Luc, I mean, to my best knowledge and what we haven't seen for the second half of season 3, you see Jean-Luc once and done. Outside of the future tense, what have you. So this is a bubble of a moment in Bluey's life that's led up, and that's why it's held to such gravitas. And I don't blame that at all. But the show also does so well. There's so many episodes of Bluey that are also done just beautifully when it is just in the four walls of the Healer household of a family that encompasses just the most amazing amount of love and cheekiness and fun and how much exists in a world that could stink. But this is an episode that shows that being in the outside world can also not stink. So it's a rarity episode. So it's tough because a lot of the episodes...
So is the early baby, too, going up against it right now. We're not in the Healer's house.
Sure.
We're missing... this isn't even a early baby. It's not really an episode about the Healers.
Sure.
They're in it. One of them's
I'm not doing it for competing against early baby. I'm just talking...
You're
soapboxing.
planting seeds for future rounds. I'm going camping again.
I also pick camping.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not knocking it. It's just it's intriguing,
planting seeds.
and I can understand why people get the feel so quickly because it is a lost love. It's a once experience of a week or 5 days that may never happen again, and you cherish those moments, but also to have all those moments that you've experienced for the other 52 episodes or 51 episodes. It's also something you should look back on and feel fondly and have a tear shed for not being able to go to the dump again in your head. Like, what if they close the dump and then you can't have dump days?
Shut your mouth.
That's what I mean. And it's just, but I get it. I understand why it strikes that chord because they're not bad writers. They're the best darn children's writers that we've been around. But it's just, that's my one little quip with camping.
Right.
I don't know if it's a valid point in my head, but it's just...
I'll hold off again on my thoughts on camping because you just gave a lot of thoughts. And again,
sure.
I think we're going to have a little bit more talk on camping coming up still.
Whew.
Early baby, though, we'll miss you every day. An amazing episode.
Yes.
But camping is just... We'll talk about it next round.
I had Bumpy beating it, so whatever.
Of course you
Like
did.
I said, Bumpy was my winner, so...
Final four time. We've got Bike versus Calypso.
Okay.
And these are two. I'm very surprised that this is what we're talking about.
Why is
in
that?
the final four. I did not see both of them make. I really thought we were going to be talking Bike and Takeaway. I'm surprised to myself for picking Calypso.
Really?
But these are very similar episodes. We have Jedi Teacher versus Jedi Dad.
Ooh.
We have Bandit standing back and just giving slight words of encouragement to Bluey while watching other kids make it. We have Calypso slightly nudging the kids to certain types of play.
Also standoffish.
So that they could make the magic happen. They're two very similar episodes. But for me, and this could be real interesting how we're going to have to figure this one out, because for the fan vote, neither of these ones made it to the final four. We were talking Keepy Uppy versus Takeaway.
Okay.
So...
But do we both have these two as our top two? Or are these two in our final four?
Yeah.
For both of us.
What are you talking about? Yeah, because that's what we're talking about.
So these are so it's 2/3 to 1/3. So this is where we stand alone as the two bandits.
This is where if we both say a different word right now, it could get really confusing and how we're gonna
coin flip.
we're gonna do it this way. I'm not sure how this works for a podcast audio medium, but we'll do a 1, 2, 3, and then say. Do you have something on your head?
Yes.
Do you have an answer?
Yes.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Calypso.
Bike.
Gosh,
Oh!
no!
Okay.
Does that mean that Keepy Uppy goes on?
All right. So if we go to the fan vote, then let me look at this and see if we can. All right. Let's talk it through here for a minute while I try to.
Yeah. Let's discuss here.
In my answer on this one, we are 2 bandits watching Bluey.
Yep.
Bike is we've got 3/4 of the Healer clan in it. We've got Bandit being amazing. We have Fun Muffin. We have iconic lines. We have iconic moments. If we line these two up, there's not in my head a hugely quotable moment of Calypso. There's not it's a great episode and a great character. That's why it's in the final 4. But I feel like Bike has more iconicness.
You know what? I will be diplomatic in this situation. Also, in the thought process of what may be in our future when it comes to just many. Our future is very bright in the Bluey world of podcasting, and I recently did watch one of our friendly gals from the Gotta Be Done podcast, where she was on TV, where she was quizzed about Bluey, and she does have a Bluey tattoo.
Yes.
She has bingo on her arm, drinking from the water fountain from the Bike episode, and they did tell us last episode that her favorite episode is Bike. So you know what?
What?
I will concede and say I will pass the baton to Bike and let Bike, tried and true, move forward. Only if I get to scream, "This is unacceptable" in Muffin fashion as we get towards the end of that. Because yes, it's fine. It was difficult. I kid you. I had the word Calypso scribbled in and out about 9 times on my sheet. It was so close. Camping versus Bumpy. Bumpy wins. So next round is done.
Whoa!
Right,
Whoa!
It's just Bumpy and Camping, right? Yep, that's it. Just Bumpy. Boom. Moving forward.
I'm glad that you decided to be the bigger man there and change your vote at the end of that, because looking at this, I have no idea how we'd have tiebreakered this.
That's okay.
Because they literally both have.
I think that's fine.
They both fell in the same round.
To battle the top 4 episodes of 52 episodes is very, very tricky.
Very tricky.
So, yes.
But we got more healers. We got more healers than Bike. That's what it came down
to.
to.
Can there be baby facers?
Now?
Just healers and baby facers?
Now we are moving on to Grannies versus Camping.
Okay.
This round, again, we did not have Grannies in it. It was the Creek versus Camping, and Camping took 65% of the vote. And now it's my turn to talk about Camping.
Yes.
So
you know how it feels about this.
So you pointed out your issues that you had with it. I'm going to point out why I think this is just magic, this episode.
Sure.
This episode, in the same way that the dump hit me, my life right now with the kiddos, our summers, we spend a good amount of time camping.
Yep.
Between camping with my parents up north, camping with Beth's parents. We go all over the place with just like kind of outdoorsy feel to it. This just, it feels so relatable in a lot of ways.
I'm not knocking the episode, just so everybody knows.
And the language of friendship. And just at the end, hello, Bluey. It just,
I know, I get it.
And I just recently realizing, I can't remember, it might have been Emily who said it to me, who said, "Do you notice how he says in English this time? All the other times he was saying in French." I was like, oh my God, yeah, Jean-Luc learned English. And in my head, for Bluey, for this moment right here. That's
the only reason.
It's such a pure, good, beautiful episode.
Yeah, of course it is, dude. I'm not, I was saying, I'm not knocking at all. Every time I watch the episode, and if it's on, I'm not going to sit down and watch it because I don't want to cry before I get ready to take a Zoom call or something. Like, I don't want to have tears in my eyes when I'm getting ready to chat with someone because I know what's going to happen. Don't sleepy time me before I have to do a speech. So I completely understand. Completely.
Camping versus Grannies. Do you have anything to say? Do you have anything to say about Grannies before we
say our goodbyes to it?
Say our goodbyes? Because that's definitely camping for me as well.
Miss you, Rita. Miss you every day.
It's such a fun Grannies is a perfect example of how the show can be just pure fun.
Music's fun. Everything's great. We haven't talked about the music enough. I mean, the creek, bike, all of them, everything's so fun. And so yes. I mean, we're picking between the world's best ice cream and the world's best ice cream. I would like both, please.
We're at the finals.
Great
my friend.
analogy, Mike. Nailed that one.
We're at the finals. We're about to close the book on season 1. But first,
Bike versus Bumpy.
Bike versus camping. Stop trying to make Bumpy a thing.
But first.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
For season 1,
Okay.
who's your favorite healer?
Okay. Oh, you did throw my way. My favorite healer. I feel like the name healer is universal in not just the 4 walls, but the last name healer is allowed. My favorite healer watching the entire season, as opposed to picking one of the 4, the one that grew on me the most is Muffin Healer.
Really?
Muffin is my favorite healer.
Wow.
You could go with the whole 2 bandits watching Bluey, so I gotta pick Bandit. But seeing her right out of the gate, and she's always gonna be her. She's always gonna be expressive. She's always going to be. She doesn't contain herself, and if she's tired, she's sleeping in Veranda Santa. She's waking up. What? It's beautiful. I love it. She's the flamingo queen. Did you know coconuts have water in them? Just everything. She'll keep it together, but that's bingo, of course. But every time Muffin's on the screen, I'm like, hot dang, Muffin is so fun. And it's when people say, excuse me, when people say, oh man, do you have a Bluey or a bingo? And people are, oh no, I've got a Muffin, whether it's on Reddit or on a Facebook group. And you think about it, you're like, Muffin's cool as heck. Muffin holds her own.
Muffin knows who Muffin is.
Yes, and she does not delay. Bam. So that's why I had to go that way. That's my favorite healer. If I had to pick one of the family, that's a different conversation. But did I knock down all your 4 walls of the 4 choices that you had? Or hey, Greg,
Yeah.
who was your favorite healer character?
I feel like this is going to be a surprise to no one that the answer is Bingo.
Yeah,
Bingo is my spirit animal. Bingo is adorably sweet. She can be the silliest character. She can be the most emotional character. She can be the nicest character. She can be the craziest character. She is just the best. And anytime it's a Bingo-centric episode, it makes my heart happy. It's got to be Bingo.
Yeah, it was just
On the 2 bandits watching Bluey podcast, no love for Bandit.
nothing, just young female doggos in the Blueyverse, and it's. I mean, blame us. Go ahead, put up your debates on it, and who your favorite.
Then speaking of the Blueyverse, who's your favorite Blueyverse character outside of the last name healer?
So it has to Okay, I have a coin in my head that I need to flip on it, and
Can I guess what's on one side of the coin and what's on the other?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
feel like one side is Snickers and the other side is Buddy.
I feel so bad. No. One is next door neighbor, Pat. I love Lucky's dad. Mm-hmm. I do. I've realized over time, the more I watch
Hey, Mike, pick the other side of that coin then.
Yes, and Rusty.
I talk about a good boy, Rusty.
Love Rusty.
A little red kelpie.
He is loyal. He's committed. He'll play the game no matter what. If you want to play moms and dads, he says, okay, let's do it. And if he's by himself, he's just like, I'm building a house. I'm putting a 2nd floor on it. And he's very, I mean, it's you can see why in future episodes, but he's very autonomous. He's very independent about what he's doing. And when he creates a game, and you can tell why Joe Brown was talking about why he wanted him to be the central character originally, is because he creates his own games. When he plays with Jack down the road and they're playing Army, he has the rules of how the game is supposed to go, because that's how he's always been playing the game. And this is how it is. But he doesn't just say this is how it is. He brings them in with open arms and says, this is how, like, what are the coordinates? He's so supportive. He's loving. He's understanding about what went wrong in early Baby. And I think maybe that's why I had like a soft side towards him. But Rusty's so good. And that's why I would do anything to watch a 6-episode run of this miniseries is called Rusty. So yeah. Your non-favorite. What? Healer, if possible, character. Greg.
Ha! Nice question, Mike. gotta be Pat. It's gotta be Lucky's dad.
Yes, I agree.
He's so great. He's the best neighbor in the world. If this was a bracket on who's the best neighbor character on TV, it is Pat. Take that, Ned Flanders.
I was thinking
Pat
of
is just
improvement.
so.
Oh, Banditito.
Wow. Pat's just the best. He's hilarious. He yes ands with the family
Everywhere.
so hard. He's all over this. We were looking at the IMDb for Bluey right before this.
Yes.
He is in the third most episodes of the show, behind Dave and Melanie. He's just Brad Elliott. You are a
Mr. Elliott,
treasure
thank you.
of man.
I don't know about this, Miss Cecilia.
100%. So now, with that out of the way,
Okay, yes. We did
it's
that.
time.
Okay, cool. We're not doing.
We're not
There's no way to pick a favorite part or a favorite thing.
Our favorite thing is our favorite episode, which we're about to talk about.
Okay. Yes, and cool.
It is down to bike
Okay.
versus camping. Now now here we go.
Let's mull over this for a moment. Let's.
Fan vote: 76% took camping over takeaway, which we knocked out in the second round.
Yep.
But let's talk about it both. We've got bike. We have Bandit teaching lessons to the kids. Mm-hmm. We've got iconic moments. We've got great music.
Each kid overcoming their own journey. Not overcoming the journey, but just going through their own journey and
great
succeeding.
parenting. It's a great story of always keep trying. It's a great lesson for kids and adults. Mm-hmm. And then you've got camping.
The world is a
where
magical place.
You've got Muffin. You've got the stars in the sky. Just in this. It's one of the. I think one of the most beautiful episodes. Just in what it looks like. Like
Yeah.
the anime. We talk a lot about the music. We don't always talk about the animation. Just so beautiful. The Jean-Luc playing with Bluey at the water.
And the lights go out, and everything goes dark, and the stars light up. Like, there's the silhouettes. Oh, man.
Just everything about this episode is beautiful.
Camping does not have sad bingo, so that may sway you a little bit, because you do get sad bingo in bikes.
And you barely get a bingo in this episode.
Yeah. No, I mean, she's there-ish, but
Barely.
I'm not stinky! Or smelly!
Running off, and we get her middle of the night falling asleep while peeing.
They turn on the flashlight, and Bandit's just amazing, just voice acting the whole episode. He goes,
Still got paid.
man.
It's okay.
man.
So where are you leaning any certain way at the moment?
Both camping and bike made it to the final four with me too, so that's where it's tricky.
What was it? I'm just curious. What was your initial? We know who your initial winner was, but who was your finals?
My final was Calypso bike, bumpy camping.
Yeah, my final, which I apparently blew up on myself, was takeaway camping. It was going to be takeaway, bike, the dump, and camping.
I had Calypso versus bumpy. It's the time lapse that happened.
Let's hold up. Let's want to 1, 2, 3 it again.
Yeah.
See where we land here. This didn't work out well last time.
Oh no.
1, 2,
2,
3,
3, camping.
Yeah, it's got to be camping.
Darn.
It's got to be.
It's
Darn.
I know, but it's like
The takeaway from this is you're trying to be a hipster and pick not the best
I'm not.
episode.
I promise I'm not.
I'm cool, man. I want to pick Bumpy because that's what hipster cool kids. Camping's the perfect episode. Like you said, it's a little bottle episode.
It's fun, man.
It doesn't.
Of course I voted for
connect to
camping. It's a
anything
great
else.
episode.
It's so very, very good. It's got a great story. It's got a great lesson. And guess
Sure.
what, Mike?
What?
It is the best episode of Bluey in season 1. Confirmed
it
by
is.
the fans.
Yeah.
Confirmed by us.
I'm not defeated by any means. I swear. I'm not knocking at all. It's got Muffin being mad that people are in her camper. It's got Maple Salmon.
It's
that
got
exists.
Mega Ran.
It's got Mega Ran reviewing it with us. It's the whole soup to nuts. It's Bandit not speaking. He's just a wild boar, and it's
It's the champion, my friend.
arguing, not arguing. It's just, there were too many to choose from and
It's
too many
so good.
left out.
There were, you know what? You're right, Mike. There were a lot left out. And sometimes I think, man, I wish the fans could have voted on every episode. And we didn't just bring them 16 at the end of the season.
Folks, I think Greg has something to say.
We got a fun thing that we're doing. So first off, thank you everyone who voted.
Seriously.
Thank you everybody who's listened this past little bit over a year. This has been a blast. I frankly am shocked that we've been doing this for a year at this point. I can't believe that we are scrolling past season 1. Hey, no offense, season 1. It's been fun 52 weeks, but hot diggity dang, am I excited for season 2.
Buckle up, friends.
And I know we're not fully, us in America have only seen half of season 3, but right now season 2, my favorite. So I'm excited to dive into it. And I'm also excited to tell you what we're doing here for season 2.
Yes. Greg likes brackets. Greg likes numbers.
do like brackets.
Greg likes voting, and Greg likes.
So here's what we're gonna do later on today. I am going to be posting in our Twitter group a poll.
Another one.
Another
you
poll.
thought we were done.
And that poll will be
camping versus bumping.
That poll will be, once my phone loads, muffin cone versus feather wand. Because what we're going to do here, folks, is we are going to be doing a weekly battle between 2 Bluey episodes.
Ooh.
A 52-team bracket, which is really difficult to build, but I did it. A 52-team bracket with rankings based on the IMDb scores given to these episodes.
I do the art. Greg does all this stuff.
First round matchup posted later today will be muffin cone versus feather wand. We'll have a matchup every week for the next 51 weeks, culminating in a season 2 Bandits Watching Bluey bracket episode, kind of like this one.
It's all you, dude. That's all you.
I'll have all the math and all the power.
Oh.
More details will be on our Twitter later. We have a link to the actual bracket if you want to see the 12 teams that got a first round bye, see what future matchups look like. But that will be posted on Monday. I can't wait for it.
That's when this goes up too, right?
Exactly.
And you know what's even more exciting?
The other plugs that we have?
Is not only the plugs, but the fact that we can't stop, don't stop, won't stop. Because we committed to 52 weeks, and we did 52 weeks. We did the entire season. Bam. We maybe missed a couple weeks because life happened, but also we were able to do the season 3 preview conversation with some of our good podcast friends across the pond.
When are we going to talk to them about season 2?
That's what I mean.
Dun, dun, dun.
We're jumping right back in. So after brackets happen, get ready because we're going to stick to how it's supposed to be released. We're going to talk about dance mode next up, correct?
Yes, we are doing, for season 2, we are doing the Aussie release schedule, not the strange order that they put them in on Disney Plus for some reason. But next is going to be dance mode, followed by Hammer Barn with Hammer Barn.
Hammer Barn! They're back, baby!
They're back! Season 2 hype train begin. More guests, more crossovers.
I've gotten louder and more high-pitched.
More botches. More of everything. Quick plug segment.
Oh, man.
At Watching Bluey on Twitter.
Us.
At Watching Bluey Pod on TikTok.
Us.
Send us your takes. WatchingBluey at Gmail. Patreon. bit.ly/2BWP. Pat. Slowing down for this one. We got 14 super fun episodes up there. Even if you just hop on for a month and check them out, we got some fun stuff up in there. So check that out.
There's more coming out this month.
Merch. bit.ly/2BWB swag. Really cool designs Mike has made on there.
Oh, thanks.
Appreciate you all. It's been a wild ride.
I'm out of breath, man.
Oh, we've got, according to the timer thingy, we've got about an hour that we've been doing this. So know what I think we should say now?
Let us know if we made you really angry, but outside of that,
Hey,
what's
season
that?
1? Hey,
Yeah?
season 1? It's got to be done.
It's been done.